Good day, everybody. Let us now rationalize the second part of our technology for teaching and learning examination. So let's start with item number 51 for a while. All right, number 51. Which situation best defines blended learning? And remember lang, pag blended learning, it is the combination of face-to-face and online class. Again ha, pag blended learning, combination yan siya ng online class and face-to-face class. Ano pa yung synonymous term ng face-to-face class? It could be physical setting. So the correct answer is letter A. It is a combination of online class and physical setting. Letter B, learning is ubiquitous, which allows learners to learn anytime, anywhere, and any manner. Pag learning anytime, anywhere, and any manner, that is a synchronous class. Letter C, social networking websites provide information that can be incorporated in instruction. Malayo yan sa masyado. So the correct answer is letter A. Again, letter A. Number 52. Which online tool is a clear example of an asynchronous mode? Again, clear daw na asynchronous mode yung ginagamit. Pag online chat, pwede yan siya asynchronous, pwede din synchronous. Ang blended learning, it is the combination of face-to-face and online. So pwede synchronous, pwede din asynchronous. So the correct answer is blog. That is clearly and completely asynchronous. Because when we have online journals, again, another term for blog, it is an online journal. So anyone no, could read the blog or the online journal anytime, anywhere. So that's asynchronous. 53. Which characteristics are necessary for teachers to be able to adapt to the current demands of teaching using the evolving digital tools? Ano dong mga characteristics ang kailangan ng mga guro or ng mga teachers to be able to adapt or to adjust sa ating panahon ngayon, no, that we use technology in our teaching? Kailangan ba ng openness to learning? Kailangan yan siya. Positive attitude towards technology, kailangan yan. Curiosity, kailangan yan siya. And perseverance. Kailangan yan siya lahat. Kasali lahat. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's letter D. 54. If you want to make comics online, ano yung hindi mo gagamitin na tool? Ang hindi gagamitin ng tool, that is public domain photos. Yang Pixton, Tundo, and Make-Believe Comics ay mga application and mga tool yan siya na ginagamit para gumawa ng online comics. Pag public domain photos, no, it is uh, a tool or an app wherein or a program, computer program na doon nakalagay yung mga public photos. 'Di ba when we search sa Google, for example, Pyramid of Egypt, tapos when we click images, nandoon yung mga iba't ibang images ng Pyramid of Egypt, that is public domain photos. It is not used for making online comics. 55. Ano daw ang appropriate tool na dapat gamitin, no? Pag mag-conduct tayo ng survey. Pag survey, ang i-remember lang, Poll Daddy. Again, Poll Daddy. Pag corkboard reminder, it is an online bulletin board. Same with Padlet, para siyang online bulletin board. 56. Ano daw yung what can the easy test maker do? Ano yung ginagawa ng easy test maker? O, nasa question na yung sagot. What can the easy test maker do? Simply, to make the test. Again ha, yung easy test maker, nagagawa yan siya ng test. It's an app, it's a tool. Number 57, saan dyan daw yung correct statement based sa Edgar Dale's cone of experience? Di ba ang Edgar Dale's cone of experience, no? Mayroong leveling, yan siya. Yung nasa pinaka-bottom or pinakababa, yun yung tinatawag nating concrete or direct experience. Yung nasa pinakataas, yun yung mga symbolic or abstract na mga experience. So ano yung totoo sa statement? Ano yung statement na totoo? tungkol sa Edgar Dale's cone of experience? That is letter A. The closer you are to the base, the more direct or concrete the learning experience becomes. Diba yung nasa pinakababa, that is direct, purposeful experience. Pag nasa taas, as we go higher, no, mas nagiging abstract yung experience ng mga bata. 58. Contrive experience, demonstration, and field trips. Ano yung examples of materials yan siya? Partner ng Dale's Cone of Experience ay ang 3-tar model ni Jerome Bruner. Inactive, symbolic, inactive, iconic, then pinakahuli yung symbolic. I-identify niya out of the experiences doon sa Edgar Dale's Cone of Experiences, saan doon yung inactive, saan yung iconic, and saan yung symbolic. Pag tinatawag nating iconic, mayroong images and pictures. Pag tinatawag nating symbolic, mayroong symbols. It could be words, no? Or audio. Pag inactive, ibig sabihin yung bata talaga makaka-experience siya mismo yung makaka-experience ng learning. Pag contrived experience, ang bata yan siya. Demonstration and field trips, that is inactive. 59. Performing an experiment. Ano yan siya? Real world, direct, purposeful, contrive, or dramatize. Pag sinasabi nating direct, purposeful experience, same lang yan sila sa real world experience. Again, direct, purposeful experience, same lang yan sila sa real world. So dahil dyan, synonymous sila, incorrect na yan sa automatic. So we have contrive and dramatize. Pag dramatize, role-playing yan siya. So the correct answer is contrive experience. Pag contrive experience, representation of the reality. Gawa tayo ng example. Example, when your teacher is discussing about the sun. Again, ano yung topic? Sun. Pag si teacher, kaya niyang dalhin yung sun mismo sa classroom, that is direct, purposeful, or real-world experience. Pero nagdala lang siya ng model or representation ng sun, that is contrived experience. For example, another, mag-discuss si teacher about plants. Si teacher nagdala ng real plants, that is direct, purposeful experience or real-world experience. Pero pag si teacher nagdala ng plastic na plants, that is contrived experience, representation of the reality. For example, experiment. Do you remember back when we were still in high school, di ba? Yung experiment, magawa tayo ng parang volcanic eruption experiment. So that is contrived experience, not the real thing. So kung kaya mong dalhin yung vulkan, tapos paputukin mo sa loob ng direct, purposeful. Number 60, as implied in the cone of experience, which will work best for kindergarten children? Pag kindergarten children, ano yan sa dapat? Mga concrete, dapat real life experience. Again real life experience or concrete experience. 61. Ano daw ang ibig sabihin ng TK sa TPAC? Walang correct answer dyan, actually. Kasi ang TPAC, technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge. So ang TK is technological knowledge. Pero ang pinakamalapit, technology knowledge. Sir, bakit hindi technologically knowledge? Wrong grammar yan sa technologically knowledge. Wrong grammar. So it's better to choose technology knowledge. Number 62. Saan daw dito yung exemption or hindi kasali sa revise Bloom's taxonomy? Pag revise Bloom's taxonomy, verb yan siya. Verb with ing. Gerund. Pag old na Bloom's taxonomy, mga noun. So ang verb lang dyan is remembering and creating. Again remembering and creating lang. So we are torn between evaluate and synthesis. However, si evaluating, 'di ba? Si evaluate naging evaluating siya sa revise. Si synthesis, ano yan siya? Naging creating. So vivid masyado na nandoon pa rin si evaluate doon sa revise Bloom's taxonomy, naging evaluating lang. So ang hindi kasali yung piliin mo, synthesis kasi creating na yan siya sa sa revised Bloom's taxonomy. 62, which is an appropriate tool that can be employed if the students need to develop their competency to create or produce something. Saan dyan? Yung mayroon silang i-produce, mayroon silang i-create. So, dapat mayroon silang gawin na bago. Pag novel, again, something novel, ibig sabihin, something new. So, saan dyan? Magawa sila ng podcast. Twitter, it's for news. iBooks, it's an application or a program wherein you could search a lot of books, no? Teacher Kit naman, dyan makikita yung mga different resources available for teachers. Para may magawa na something novel ang mga bata, pagawin mo sila ng podcast. 64, Cooler and Mishra, sila yung gumawa ng TPAC framework. So dahil Cooler and Mishra yung nasa unahan, no? They're proponents. So dapat ang partner niya, proponents din ang nasa unahan. So wala nang iba dyan. Si Puentedura sa SAMR model, si Dr. Ruben Puentedura. 65. Ano daw na sentence ang mayroong correct idea about the Azure model? Yung Azure model, same with TPAC model and ADDIE model, hindi yan siya about sa paggawa ng lesson plan. Again ha, TPAC, Azure, ADDIE model, hindi yan siya about sa paggawa ng lesson plan, hindi steps, but how could we effectively and efficiently integrate technology in our teaching. Yan yung purpose ng ADDIE model, Azure model, and TPAC, and SAMR model ni Dr. Ruben Puentedura. Again, SAMR, TPAC, Azure, ADDIE model, no? Integration of technology ang kanilang focus, hindi steps sa paggawa ng lesson plan. 66, pagpili ng mga media, ng materials, ng assessment, ano pa ba, ng activities, ang pagbasihan talaga ay objective. Again ha, objective talaga ang pagbasihan. 67. Saan dyan ang hindi daw kasali? O which among the choices does not belong? Saan dyan ang hindi important element or hindi element of a digital story? Ano ang hindi element ng digital story? Storyboarding. Kasi ang storyboarding, that is the planning phase. Bibigyan siya ng layout. Ang point of view, ang soundtrack, and emotional content, that is element or those were element of a digital story. Si storyboarding ha, hindi yan siya element. That's the preparation phase of creating the digital story. 68, ito na yun siya. The layout of the text, the music, the images, the narration, storyboarding yan siya. Layout, the planning phase. 69. Miss Sheena dreams to invite a famous resource person pero nang doon sa other country. Tapos hindi siya maka-afford para for transportation kasi nasa abroad, mahal yung ticket para makalipad siya dito papunta sa Pilipinas. So ano yung pinaka-best thing to do? That is web conferencing, gamit yung Zoom, Google Meet, and other mga web conferencing na mga applications. 70. In technology integration, ano dapat ang pinaka-primary concern natin? Again, ang pinaka-primary concern sa technology integration, sa pagpili ng materials, ng assessment, ng activity, lesson objective. Again, lesson objective. 71. Which is a good example of tapping the learner's ingenuity. Pag sinasabi natin ingenuity, yung kakayahan ng mga bata, yung talino ng bata in technology integration. Ano yung gagawin nila? Dapat mag-create sila to tap learners' intelligence, learners' knowledge in technology integration. Dapat mayroon silang magawa. Pag makinig lang, for example, letter B, di ba, listen attentively. Hindi yan matap ang learner's intelligence, they become passive pag mag-listen lang sila. Mag-comment, hindi din, no? Magdala lang sila ng computer tools, hindi din. 72. If the teacher wants his or her learners Paggawa daw ng online journal. Ano ganyan ang online journal? Blog. Again ha, online journal, blog. 73, if lahat ng iyong estudyante gumagamit ng Facebook, how could you utilize social networking such as Facebook effectively, no? Sa iyong pagtuturo. Gagawa ka ng Facebook page. Doon mo i-post ang mga assignments, no, activities, materials. 74. Alin dito ang hindi kasali sa main purpose of assessment? Ang assessment, ginagawa yan to evaluate learners' achievement, to diagnose learners' knowledge. Kaya gani may diagnostic assessment. And para mag-provide ng corrective feedback. Ang hindi, assess native intelligence. Ang assessment, hindi purpose ng assessment ha, ang pag-assess ng innate. Pag sinasabi nating native intelligence, innate intelligence ng bata. Hindi yan sa purpose ng assessment. 75. Teacher Marie utilizes online assessment to measure student learning sa specific topic lang. Bakit pala kailangan i-assess yung learning ng bata sa isang topic? Para maka-decide si teacher if i-reteach ba yung topic or mag-proceed na sa next topic, that is formative assessment. 76, saan dito ang statement na incorrect? Again, saan dito ang statement na incorrect? 21st century learners are technology savvy. The use of portfolio is always ba talaga beneficial ang i-portfolio? Hindi. Again, letter B, hindi. Bakit? Kasi may mga students ba no, na walang gadgets, walang access to technology. That's letter B. Tapos ang always na term, it's a modifier, vague modifier. Always, no, never, ano pa ba? Only, all, oh, wrong answer yan siya. 77. True. So, portfolio assessment. Ang portfolio assessment, traditional ba yan siya or authentic? It's an authentic assessment. Ano ba ang other term ng authentic assessment? Again, authentic assessment, parehas lang yan sila sa alternative assessment. Parehas lang din yan sila sa non-traditional assessment. Again, authentic, alternative, non-traditional assessment. 78. Teacher F assigned her students to create a video presentation about the current problems in the school. Ano daw dapat ang gawin first? Dapat ang gawin first, mag-ask muna ng permission. Other, no, na nakita ko sa ibang mga review centers or other lecturers, letter A ang gusto nilang isagot. Kasi pagbabasihan daw ang ADDIE model. However, for me, ang pinaka-the best answer dito, letter B talaga. Asking permission. Bakit? Hindi kasi specify sa question. Pag specify sa question, according to ADDIE model, ano yung first na gawin ng bata? Letter A, diretso. Pero hindi man specify na ADDIE model, no? Dapat mag-ask ng permission. 79. Computer-assisted test gives immediate corrective feedback. It is most useful when, again, immediate corrective feedback daw ang ginabigay ng computer-assisted test. Saan siya pinaka-useful, Fag? Immediate din and frequent ang test mo. If always kaga-test, no, you use computer-assisted tests. Number 80, Teacher Martha might choose to use more traditional testing than authentic. Bakit daw si Teacher Martha hindi niya ginagamit yung performance assessment compare sa traditional? Ano ba yung possible reason? 'Di ba may pros and cons man? Dapat actually mix ha. When you became teachers and when you will become teachers in the future, no? Dapat ang assessment natin mix. Kasi 'di ba? Sa assessment mayroong principle of balance. Dapat mix, may traditional, mayroon ding authentic or performance assessment. Ano pala yung negative, no? Or mga cons or disadvantages pag performance assessment? Kailangan ng technical knowledge. Tapos, kailangan din ng productivity tool. Kailangan din, mahirap din siya i-administer. Kaya, sa ginaiwasan no, ng ibang teacher. Mahirap talaga ang performance assessment compare sa traditional. Kasi sa traditional assessment, you will just do or create test questions, no? Sagutan mo sa mga bata, tapos check agad, no? Compare sa performance assessment. So that's it for our rationalization. So be ready, prepare yourselves for our upcoming 1 week na final coaching. So God bless everybody.